baby. How's my girl doing? We're gonna do a book haul today, huh? Yeah, we're gonna do a book haul today. Hey guys, welcome back. So today I wanted to do a more casual kind of video. Sorry if there's echo, and I'm sorry if you can hear things in the background, kind of out of my control. I'm doing my best. But with that being said, I just wanted to say thank you for joining me. I'm doing a really casual book haul today because I got a bunch of new books. Some I've had since the beginning of the month, but I'm really glad to have them, and I thought, well, I want to get a video out this week, so why not do a book haul in a kind of like to be read sort of video? There may be a couple of like vlogging scenes in between just because then after I'm like taking breaks, or I just want to like show off my really cute cat because I love her and stuff. But I thought, why not just be really casual with you guys today and just share how my week is going. So I'm just really excited to do this video, and I'm glad you all are joining me. So let's get right into this. A quick little tour of my bookshelf. It's a bit dark. This one's better. And then a little tour. Then a little tour of my cat Timon's shrine. And then some art, which will be changed a little later. I made that one. This is my fat baby, Sarabi. Look at her. Say hi, Sarabi. So starting us off is Roseanne A. Brown's A Song of Wraith and Ruins. I am currently reading this book. I'm enjoying it thus far. I'm going to be doing a review, hopefully out by next week. I wanted it done by this week, but I'm still reading it because I'm like a really slow reader. I used to actually be able to like knock out books like 27 within a summer, and they were all like 700 pages. Now I'm like a weak ass bitch who can't even get through like what? 466 pages, and I'm like struggling to get it done within a week. Like, girl, really? So I'm not gonna say much about like what I like or anything about this book because I do know a little bit more, and I want to save that for the review. However, I can say I do enjoy this book. This actually might be my favorite read if the other books don't impress me as much, because this is such a strong contender. Honestly, it's really good. And right now it has like one of my favorite tropes, which is like enemies to lovers, and I'm just like, yes. And I am just so excited for what's happening because it is such a good book with tension. And you know what, instead of listening to me rant about it right now and waiting for my review, you guys should just buy it. I'm just saying, just buy the book because you will not regret getting this book. Book number 2. Why the fuck did I do that? I'm not even gonna do that the whole video. I'm just trying to be annoying. If you like mermaids, and if you like something that's more contemporary with a little bit of fantasy, and you also want to support Black authors, then honestly, I would suggest this book, A Song Below Water. Bethany C. Morrow, I don't really know what's like gonna happen in the book. I've read the synopsis for it, and honestly, this was something that I was like, I feel I really do want to read this just because, first of all, this cover is so nice. I need to find the author. The artist, and honestly, it really caught my eye. I like the colors. I usually don't like yellow, but I didn't mind this yellow as much on the cover. Like, I don't know, I think it just kind of blended well to me. It's like aesthetic looking. And like, I never really got into like the whole mermaid sort of like genre or anything, but I wanted something smaller and kind of maybe more lighthearted to read, and just like, I wanted to see where this was going to go because there was a lot of people suggesting this book, saying that they're really excited, and I was like, you know what? I want to give this a shot because it looks nice. This like size looks like a decent read, and I'm like, yeah, this is a book I can probably knock out and, you know, just enjoy on my own time. Will I do a review for this book? To be honest, I don't know. I might, kind of just depends, you know. I'm still kind of thinking which books I want to do a review for, or which ones I'm just going to enjoy and maybe do like small mini reviews. This might be in the small mini review where I kind of go quickly over books, you know. But I do want to say I am excited to read this book, and you know, if you guys want to support Black authors, definitely buy this one. Oh, my baby, she's like sleeping. She's so fat. She's so fat and cute. My other cat passed away recently, you know, and I got his ashes back a little while ago, and so making him a small shrine. But my little cat, she's been so lonely. Oh my goodness, my baby. Trying to give her as much attention as I can. Here's a book I've been kind of eyeing for a while, because when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know, and then I was just like, but it looks really good, and I don't know, something in me, and then I finally got the money, and I was like, you know, get it, you getting a bunch of books right now, get it, do it, you will not regret it. And so I got A River of Royal Blood by Amanda Joy. This is also a book where the cover just really got me, and like I really like the synopsis because it's like two sisters who are pitted against each other, and I really like those kind of books, especially when it deals with like siblings and sibling rivalry, you know, because then after I have two sisters, I have an older sister, hi Zanea, and then I have a younger sister, hi Ziza, my love, mwah. And so like I just wanted to get a book because, you know, with the sibling rivalry, that kind of like speaks to me, you know, and I was just like, this looks really cool. It's fantasy and there's like a lot of twists and turns, and I'm like, ooh, I'm excited to see what's gonna go on. You know, I'm probably gonna read this after like A Song of Wraiths and Ruin, possibly. There's a couple other books that I'm like struggling because I got so many good books and I'm like, which one to start with? But I'm totally gonna finish this before like the summer. That's like my goal, because this is one of the books that I've been like really wanting to read because it just looked really amazing and I really loved the premise of it, and I'm just like, yes. Plus a lot of people just said that this was like a really good book overall, and I'm just like, then let's give it a go, you know. I don't know. I'm excited. I can't wait to read it. Might do a review. Again, I don't know. We're gonna see how it goes, but definitely the size looks really nice, and I'm just like, yes. Continuing on, we have A Kingdom of Souls, and this one was another one where I actually had never heard of it, but when I saw it in the store, I was like, I love the cover. Oh my goodness, the colors just blend so well to me, you know. I go to art school, and so then after, it's probably really nerdy, but I really love colors. Color theory, when it's done so nicely, is like, but this is like a really interesting kind of book, and it's like kind of a mystery sort of book, and it looks like it has a really strong female protagonist. And I think this is like following a overarching story that might go into a whole series, and if it is, I would be really glad to be able to pick up a new series, because I'm always looking for new series to follow, because as much as I am fine with like one-off books, I also really like the anticipation of waiting for new books. I forgot to mention this book is by Rena Barron, and I hope I said that right. Sorry, I like suck at names. I have like 3 evil Uncle Joes, and only one of them is named Joe, and they won't tell me who is who. But honestly, this looks like such a great book, and I'm so excited to get into it, and I'm just like, yes. And so I hope that you guys can like join me on my journey, and I'm excited. I want to see what's gonna happen. Up next, from Kendare Blake, we have 3 Dark Crowns. So this one is a series. I think it's complete, and so I just got the first book to see if I like it, but this is another like book on sibling rivalry, and I got interested in it because there's like 3 sisters, and I'm just kind of like, and honestly, I kind of just love how the book is. I love it when the pages are like uneven on the side because it gives it that texture, and I'm just like, yes. But this seems like a more dark fantasy from like the looks of it when I read the synopsis, and it seems like 3 sisters trying to kill each other, and I'm just kind of like, so this is a whole series about sibling rivalry, and now I kind of want to know who's going to go on the top, and so I'm just like, did I say type? Top. Oh my god, I can't speak. But I want to like see who ends up on top, you know, and I just am so excited for it because I'm just like, yes. I know I keep saying excited. It's because I don't have great word vocabulary. Like, you think with how many books I read, I'd have great vocabulary, but I do not. So I thank you for sticking with me because I am just awkward. But like, just to give like a quick preview, because it does have one of those quick previews on the back. So like, 3 dark queens are born in a glean. Sweet little triplets will never be friends. 3 dark sisters, all fair to be seen. 2 to devour and 1 to be queen. So they're gonna kill each other, and I'm excited for that. Next, this book has like a couple of mixed reviews, and I think it kind of just comes down to personal taste. But like, I'm curious about it because it looks good, but I'm also just kind of like, I don't know. It's just a very mixed bag, you know, but I think that kind of comes with every book. But I'm talking about Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian. So I think this is kind of like a revenge story and a girl trying to start a rebellion after her kingdom was taken from her. That's what I got from the synopsis. And I do like those rebellion stories. I think this is more like romance focused, most likely. But you know what? That's my guilty pleasure. You're gonna have to deal with it. That's probably what most of my reviews are gonna be. Do I mind? No, because I want to read books that I enjoy and that I find look interesting, you know? Maybe I might follow hype trains, maybe I might not, you know, it kind of just depends if the book looks good or not. But yeah, this one looked interesting to me, so I was like, yeah, let's give it a go. And then this book was one that like I got before Ash Princess, but was suggested with Ash Princess, you know, and so I got this one first because it had more good reviews and it was like hitting right up my alley. And I'm talking about like From Blood and Ash from Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have no idea if I said that right. So like, I was told this is like a good book, but then after some people were like really frustrated with it. Apparently it's like the first part of the series. The second part of the series hasn't come out yet. A lot of people are like, if you like Sarah J Maas's books, then you'll probably like this book. I think this is supposed to be kind of like a girl turning her back against the gods and like rebelling, and then there's like a lot of betrayal and just like a really angsty romance, which I love angsty romances. I want to see people getting punched in the gut. It's like really entertaining when I get to see those kind of books, so you know, I might do a review on it if it's as angsty as people are saying or as frustrating, because let me tell you, the 2 types of books I like are ones that are like really angsty and just really dramatic, or like really bad book series that I'm like, I'm going to do a review on them and rant about them because that's why I made this channel. But no, I get really into book rants and I need to, and so just know that if I don't like a book, I will probably be making a rant review, you know, and it's never about the author unless the author's a piece of shit. Usually it'll just be about the content of the book, and I'll probably do like a full analysis and I'll probably get into it as best as I can. But just know when I do those videos, that's kind of just my opinion, and I don't want that to like influence whether you like it or not, because if I don't like something but you do, then so much power to you, you know, that's how it is. Enjoy what the fuck you want. But yeah, so I'm excited to kind of just see what's going on here, you know, I want to give it a shot, and I'm like, let's do it, you know. So I'm down here for it, and I'm like, hell yeah. So this was like a book I wasn't actually gonna read, however, so many people like suggested it to me, and this is like really popular on Booktube. You know, I just kept hearing about it, and people are like, oh, it's great. I even saw some of my favorite animators like animate to this, and I was like, okay, maybe I should give it a shot if it's like this good, because a lot of people I admire really like it and I really trust their opinions on things, so I'm like, let's do it. But it's 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. A lot of you may be thinking, wow, why would you say that you weren't going to give this book a shot? You piece of shit. My argument is it just didn't catch my eye as much. I don't know. I like the cover is fine. It's interesting. I don't know. I didn't like it all that much. I don't know. But on the inside, this part is, so I don't know. For some reason, I like this much more. But I also know that she did like the Grisha trilogy, and when I read a bit of the Grisha trilogy, I'll admit I didn't quite like it. I didn't like how she wrote in those books, so I wasn't very sure. But people swear to God to me, they're like, this is a great book, come on, you gotta read it, it's great, I promise you. And I'm just like, okay, I'll give it a shot, you know. So I'm like, so I'm gonna do that. I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know if I'll ever give the Grisha trilogy like another shot. I just I didn't like the protagonist like right off the bat, and maybe that's just kind of on me, you know, so I don't know if I'll ever try giving that another shot. If you guys think I should, definitely comment down below. Or if you guys have like a better series other than the Grisha trilogy, definitely comment that down below too. You know, I might do a review on this just because the people who are like, you need to give this a shot, like I even being in the bookstore, I've had like the people who are like selling the books come up to me and they're like, you should read Six of Crows, it's so good, I promise you. And I'm like, okay, I think so, I don't know. So people probably want to see me wrong just for not even really wanting to give this a chance, and you know what, fair enough to them. This is also a booktube favorite, however I really did want to read this, even though this was also heavily suggested to me, though I just found this like much more appealing to like my sense of taste in books. But Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, and I am just like, yes. You know, I saw this book and when I read the synopsis, I was like, this matches everything I've ever wanted. Like, I don't know, this gives me kind of like Avatar vibes, and I've had other people say this gave them like Avatar vibes, and I've heard that it can be like really tense and that there's like a lot of parts where they're just kind of like, this made me freak out, this gave me feelings, this was angsty, and I was just like, yes, I want to give that a go. I've heard people say the second book isn't as good, but I don't know about that. Maybe I might like it personally, maybe I might not. However, you know, so many people have said that this is such a great and like fun book, and like you definitely need to pick it up no matter what kind of reader you are. So I'm definitely going to give this a shot because I'm really excited and I've been wanting it for a while, and I'm glad to have gotten it. This is a book I'm a little like, you know, on the fence about. We're gonna see how this goes. It seems to have things I like, but also I'm just kind of like, this reads a little too similar to other books I've heard about. But I'm talking about the Cruel Prince series by Holly Black. I've heard people who like Sarah J Maas's writing really like this. People who like Six of Crows really like this. I've had a lot of people say it's a good book, and I'm like, okay, I want to give it a shot, you know. And I think it has an interesting premise that it's kind of like in modern times, but like there's fairies there, and I'm like, how are you gonna deal with that, you know? I will say I've read a little bit into it already, so I just want to like be clear about that. I already know a little bit of what's happening, and I do have opinions just from reading it. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's going to be a review most definitely for this one, because I have a lot of opinions and I'm going to read the other two books, but I'm not going to tell you those opinions right now. Now, these next set of books that I'm going to be talking about are all by the same author. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, Sarah J Maas. So I'm talking about like her Throne of Glass series, which I have right here. You know, I don't have the first two books because I did not want the first two books physically. You know, I'm going to read through the entire series. I swear to God I am. Because I think Sarah J Maas is really interesting to kind of just like view and criticize her books. I'm not saying I don't like her. She can entertain me. She definitely can. I think she gets that angsty point right. But there's also just a lot of things in her books that I'm like, okay. Kind of like the Mortal Instruments and how it had like those weird, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who are ready, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I'm listening to the first book on audiobook, and I'm going to be listening to the second book on audiobook, and then after I'm going to be moving into like this book, because this is the third book. They just get bigger, and you know what? I appreciate it. Good for you, Sarah. Also by Sarah J Maas, her new adult novel, Crescent City, A House of Earth and Blood. So this had a bunch of monsters in it, and I tried not to pick it up, but then I was like, I really like monsters, and I'm really curious, so I'm like, Sarah, did you go down the monster fucking path in this book? You know, I've been trying to keep away from spoilers as much as possible. From what I know, she doesn't go down that path, which I'm like, disappointing, but I love monsters. Some people have said this is better than like her other series, and some people have said that it's worse, and I'm just like, I'll give my own opinion. So I don't know if this is gonna get a review or if I'm just gonna have like a trashy good time. I have the other two parts of the series, and I finally gave in and got this one. And I'm telling you right now, there's going to be multiple videos on this series, which is again by Sarah J Maas. We all know it's her most famous series, I would say. The Akatar series. I got the special edition because it's pretty as fuck. I look inside, it's pretty as hell. It's pretty. I hope they do this for the other books because I'll get the whole collection just because they're pretty. But I got this because I feel I need to start from the beginning again, and I need to do a very thorough investigation of the entire series. I actually wrote an entire essay paper for my psych class about the second book specifically, you know, and I'll probably talk about that when I do the whole review. I can just tell you right now though, that review will probably be going on more than an hour in each video. I don't know how many videos they're gonna go, but I can tell you I have a lot to say. But I gave in, and you know what? I'm gonna start reading these again, but I want to give the other books a chance before I get into this because I can tell you now that I'm older and reading through them, there's a struggle there, but I'm going to do it. She wants attention again. Took a little break. I don't know if you can see my little cat here. What's up, baby? I was talking with my mom about me getting my first tattoo for my 21st, you know, get like a Maori design because we're Maori and I love it. I need to connect to my like roots again. That is something I hope to have in the future, is like find more books by like Maori authors and just like from authors who are like Pacific Islanders, because it's just like that's where I come from, you know, and it's like my culture, and I miss it and I really want to connect to it again. I also need to find like more books by like Japanese authors, you know, like specifically kind of children's books, in order to like give that to my little sister so she has something to connect to, because she is like Maori and Japanese, you know, how I'm like white and Maori, and then our older sister's just Maori. But within saying that, I want to say a quick word. So while the media may not be like talking about it as much, and like people think that it's dying down, it's definitely not, but we need to support the Black Lives Matter movement like more so than ever. We can't let this die down. We can't let that happen, okay? The hype always needs to be there because we always need to be supporting Black people and people of color. I'm gonna be linking stuff that you can do to like help people and like what you can do. I'm also gonna be linking a couple of like Black booktubers who I really like, and some that are starting out, because I found one that I just love her personality. She's a lot of fun, but that I hope that you guys can support. I know I don't have a lot of people following me. I have like 9 subscribers, but it doesn't matter. I think no matter how many people you have on your platform, always try to talk on it. That's what I want to do, and so I'm going to be linking more stuff down below, and we need to keep supporting Black authors, Black booktubers, and just Black people in general, because they need our help, and we need to be helping people of color who are oppressed. So I hope that you guys can give your support and do what you can too, because even if you can just donate a little bit, it helps. Even if you're just signing petitions, it helps. Anything you do helps, and that does matter. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, you know, and thank you for just listening to my voice. If you want, it would be really nice if you could like and subscribe, or even just comment down below. But I appreciate you being here, and I hope you all are staying safe and having a good quarantine. Bye!